the last 30 minutes. Yes, I just put that out there. So thank you for being on it and joining the group. Thank you for coming in. So what I plan on doing, let me just give you a little synopsis of this group. The name of the group is Aligned, Style, Presence, and Brand. And what I do is I help go-getters or women in business to be intentional in how they present themselves and they present their business to the world. So I wanted to have a safe place for us all to come and share tips and ideas, for me to do workshops and go lives like this to help women be more intentional with how they present themselves so that they can have a dope brand. So I will be going live once a week with these workshops. I have a schedule that's already in the group. So please, if you're not on Facebook, go over to the Facebook group, find the schedule, put it on your calendar. Every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, I'll be talking about a different topic. And tonight's topic is 4 things that help you align in the new year. And where that came from is, honestly, everyone is like doing a New Year's resolution. I stopped doing resolutions years ago because, honestly, I would forget by mid-month. I would forget after I said it. I'd just be making stuff up. So I thought what would be better is to give you guys some actions to help you be more aligned in the new year. So I came up with a few and I'm going to share them with you. And what I mean by aligned is, for me, that means at peace. That means that I know that what I'm projecting out is exactly what I want to project out. I know that it is in line with what my goals are, right, for the year, for the decade that's coming up, for my family. And so that's where you really need to start. Even before you start resolutions and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it's got to start with understanding who you are to the core, right? And then moving forward with that. So I thought that would be the best for the beginning and the new year, is to help you guys with 4 tips on how you can align in the new year. And I'll go back and I will type these out. It's not going to be long. These workshops or go lives will probably be 15, 20 minutes at the most. But I do encourage you guys, if you have questions, leave them in. If you have any comments or whatever, leave them in. I'm always going to come back and respond back to you. All right, so number 1, as far as 4 things that help you align in 2020, it was my word of last year. I have a different word and I'll talk about that later. But it stayed with me forever, and that is to live intentionally. Number 1, live intentionally. And what does that mean? So when you live intentionally, it means to be aware, right? To not be going through life on autopilot. Did I say that right? Autopilot, yeah. So you may not even be aware that you are going through life on autopilot. Why can I not say that tonight? Christina, help me out. Yeah. You may not be aware that you are going through life like that, just like through the motions. And that's what that means. Like every day you get up, you do the same thing. Next week you're going to do the same thing. And I get it. Like routine, in a sense, we do need that. We need that for structure. But we can be so much in this mode that we're not even thinking about anything else other than just the next step. So when you are intentional, it means that everything that you do, you are aware that you're doing it, right? It means that, when you present yourself, when you talk to people, how you make people feel, that you are aware of that. Maybe you could be a rude person. Don't even know it because you're not aware of it. So it just means taking a step back and thinking about what you want. And then when you present yourself or you talk to people or you open that business, right? Or you go for that idea, you really have intention behind it. It means, for me, to be honest, not really having to second guess myself after I've made a decision, because I know that when I make a decision, I'm giving it a lot of thought. Like, it's not just like, oh, whatever, and I do something. I give it a lot of thought. I have intention with everything that I do. And that's the main core of branding, is being aware of who you are and aware of where you're going, and every action that you do is with intention. All right, number 1, with intention, okay? Live with intention. Number 2 is to get real with yourself, right? And when I say real, I'm going to break that down. I'm using real as an acronym. Getting real with yourself means to get rid of extraness and lies in your life, right? So when you think about, when I say get real, so many people nowadays, it tears my nerves up. I'm real, I'm real. Okay, what does that even mean? For me, to get real means to get rid of extraness and lies in your life. Now, I'm talking about, when I say that, I mean, think about your life seriously. Like, take a moment, step back, and think about your life seriously. What is causing you stress? Who is causing you stress? Is it you? Is it other people? Whatever. But you have to get real with yourself and eliminate or move away from those things that are distracting you from being happy, distracting you from taking that next step. And it's necessary. It is necessary to purge, like for real, for your own sanity and for your growth. So when I say extraness, it honestly, the person could be you, right? Are you a person that is just always has something going on? Drama just seems to always follow, and maybe you're not even aware, just always follow. Or, you get engaged and like talk on social media and you spend hours, right? Like searching and researching and all that, like just stuff that's just extra and out of line from where you need to be, right? So get rid of the extraness. Anything that's causing you that, annoying you, I say it's extra. A person that you're constantly have to maybe argue with or having to explain yourself over and over to, they're extra. You might want to limit that. I mean, I'm going to be very honest. And, take a survey. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's you that's extra. Tone it down. Be intentional. Pay attention to how you're coming off. Other part of that, getting rid of extraness and lies. So this is really important, right? I am all about, one, being intentional. I'm all about being authentic, being who you are, not waiting for, the fake it till you make it, and next month and next year when I lose this weight, when I open this business. Like, that's living in the future. And honestly, that's living in a fairyland that's not even here. Get real with yourself. Stop lying to yourself and embrace where you are right now. Trust the process. Embrace where you are currently and build off of that. Because if you're always living in the future, then you are not present right now, right? Things are going on past you. That's how you start to live, on autopilot, where you're not paying attention. So those lies, though, also that you could be telling yourself are, am I living outside my means? Am I doing stuff whenever I make a decision on what I dress or the job I take or the car I drive? Is it based off because it makes me happy, or is it like an external thing? You want to do this because you want a reaction from someone else, right? So you have to get real with yourself. You cannot honestly lie to yourself. I mean, you can, and you can get to a point where you believe your lies, but I'm going to tell you, that's always going to surface. People will always see something is off with you. And if it's going that way, maybe you need to take a step back and look at who you are and where you are right now and learn to embrace that right now. So like I said, in your brand, right? Your personal brand is who you are. If you are living this way, if you do have a lot of extraness with you or lying to yourself in any kind of way or not, that is going to surface. You cannot hide the truth, right? It's always going to surface. All right, so which one am I on? Hold on. My notes is right here. 1 was live intentionally. 2, get real with yourself. Real is an acronym. Rid of extraness and lies, right? Get rid of that. Number 3 is, after you've gotten real with yourself, like really, really real with yourself, what do you want in life, where you are, what have you been doing, how are you living, is it authentic to you, are you doing it for outside sources? After you kind of evaluate all of that, now number 3, to help you get aligned, is to see how close you measure up to your expectations, right? We got to have something that we're working towards. So we've gotten real with ourselves. We understand things that, we might need to kind of exclude out of ourselves or tighten up here, or, I need to be better on timing, or I need to be better with balancing, whatever. How close are you to that? Start to measure that out. Is this something that you need help with, that you're not going to be able to do it on your own? Seek the help and get the help. But you have to know where you're starting, right? You have to have some type of starting point so that when you start to achieve these things, you can look back and say, hey, I remember when. So after we are real with ourselves and after we kind of write down what do we want for our lives, our expectations. Like for me, I want my business to launch and expand and be great. I want to help women feel good about themselves. I want my family to be happy and comfortable. I want my home, when people to walk in, to feel welcome. Like all of those things that mean something to me. Like you have to figure out what it means to you guys. I want to drive a certain type of car because I like that car. It has nothing to do with what you guys think about it. If you like it, great. But these are things that I want in my life, right? And so now after you define that, then it's like, okay, so how close am I to it? And then that will start to help you understand what resolution you may need to start working on, because those are going to be the steps to get to where you want to be. So again, recapping. 1, live intentionally, right? Just stop living on autopilot and just go with the flow. Go with what you're supposed, not with the flow, go with what you're supposed to be doing, right? Think about it when you do an action. Number 2 is get real with yourself. Get rid of extraness and lies that you may be telling yourself or others in your life. Be real. That is what real really means. It is not just saying it, right? If you have to constantly say I'm real and I'm authentic, 9 times out of 10 you real fake. I mean, that's just true, because what you are is going to come out. You don't have to tell nobody that. Get real with yourself. 3, how close are you to measuring up to your expectations in your life? What you want for yourself, what you expect for you. Your expectations, that's another thing. This is not anybody else's expectations. And a lot of times we need to start paying attention to, are the things that we're doing, our expectations, are they really ours, what we want? Or are they someone else's that expect something of us? So how close do you measure to your expectations, right? And then number 4, the final thing is choose one of those things and execute them in this month, right? So we're not thinking about what we're going to do the whole year. We're going to take baby steps to get to where we need to be, right? So if it's, I need to be better on time. I mean, I suck on time. I'm actually better now, but that is one of mine. I have to be better at managing my time. So that's something that I can actively do in the month of January, right? If it's, I'm not even going to say, I'm going to be real with myself. I'm not going to say get up early, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not a morning person. I'm not going to be made to feel bad because I'm not a morning person. I am a late owl. That's what I do. But what I can do is pay attention to my schedule. I can schedule things out that will help me be better on time. I can leave a little bit early. I can do those things that I know I will achieve versus something like that everybody says, oh, get up 15 minutes early. I ain't doing that. I'm just not going to do it. And don't call me 15 minutes early, because I ain't going to answer. So think about the things that you want, right? See how far you are to getting to those things. And start just choose one thing this month to live with intention, right? To be intentional about, that you've been real with yourself about, and execute that in the month of January. And then we can do this month by month, and we can check in with each other. So on my Facebook group, or in my Facebook group, Aligned, I want you guys to let me know. You can send me a message directly, or you can share, because it's a community of sharing. Everybody is safe in this environment, right? There's no judging, none of that. But share with me what that one thing is, right? Share with each other what that one thing is, and let's encourage each other to get there. So it really is just that simple. It doesn't have to be all these resolutions that I never remember. Never. I don't know if I've ever actually did a resolution past the moment of saying it. I just was saying it because everybody was saying it. That's just real. So anyway, put out there what it is that you would like to work on this month. And I can help you out with that. If there's something that I can help you, or some advice I can help you, I'll jump into the group. I'll leave a message. I may jump on a live here and there. But it's time, for real, guys, for us to be aligned. And it's not for any external thing. It's for inner peace, right? And when you're at peace with yourself because you've been aligned, then you can have clarity when you decide to maybe go into your business, or what business to launch, or how to launch it, or how to present yourself. All of that will come easily because you have aligned yourself. So, okay, I'm not going to take too much time. I said 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to see. Thank you, Christina, for putting this on here. Like, girl, you be on it. You be on it. So again, really quickly. 1, live intentionally. 2, get real with yourself. Real being rid of extraness and lies. 3, Measure how close you are to your expectations, right? And then fourth and final is an action step. Once you know all of those things, choose one thing. Just one. Not a whole bunch of not a whole bunch of things. Just one thing that you can measure and that you do and implement in January of 2020. All right? So what do you guys think about that? Again, please join my Facebook group. I'm going to have tons of more information in there, tons of more videos like this, discussions, asking you questions, putting in some tips how to do that, how to live intentionally, how to present yourself, how to get your message out clearly so that it speaks for you, right? That you don't have to go and announce to the world you're real. No, if it's part of who you are, it's going to show, or we're going to get you there. So thank you for joining and for listening in. Again, Facebook group is called Aligned Style, Presence, and Brand. And that is also what I mean by being aligned. It is having a balance in your style, your presence, and your brand. A lot of the other, well, not a lot of the others, but the other topics I'll be talking about this month kind of touch on each individual thing. I'll be explaining exactly what I mean by style. I know that a lot of people will hear it and know me from like previous jobs or ventures and think I'm talking about fashion, and it's not just about fashion, right? Your presence is how you present yourself, how people feel, how you make them feel, right, around you, and then your brand. So please go into the group, say hey to everybody, say hello to me. I'm glad that you guys joined. Thank you so much. I know this was last minute. Next week will probably be a little better, as I will get better at managing my time. And I will see you in the group, Aligned Style, Presence, and Brand. So I thank you guys for joining, and I encourage you all between now and then to live with intention. Thanks.